to take away from the first day of College World Series for all you baseball fans, but something that also gets the blood pumping early this morning. Check that out. Our red burns brighter, doesn't it? Oh, Memorial Stadium lit up on a Friday morning. I can't wait for football if you can't tell. But yeah, beautiful start to the day. Weather-wise, other things to get pumped up about. The humidity has dropped thanks to a frontal passage from yesterday. It's a much more comfortable start to the day for Friday. Temperatures reading in the upper 50s up north, 59 in Wahoo, 58 in Columbus. A little bit warmer in some of those spots that had high heat index yesterday, especially in Lincoln and areas south and east where temperatures are still in the middle and upper 60s to around 70 degrees in Falls City and Hebron. Another good thing about today, the humidity gone and those temperatures backing off by a little bit. Expecting highs in the middle and upper 80s today, maybe closer to 90 and around the Missouri River, but winds out of the northeast initially shifting to be out of the southeast, maybe gusting up to 25 miles per hour. Pretty pleasant day if you ask me, especially one of the better days this week in terms of that humidity, thankfully getting some relief from that. Winds out there right now out of the north and northeast, generally less than 10 miles per hour, so a pleasant start to the day with a few clouds out there out and about too in eastern Nebraska. Zooming out though, you'll see a lot more cloud cover in western Nebraska. A few light showers kind of associated with that in and around Lincoln County. You can see there south of North Platte. Really not any lightning has been associated with this, so not really strong activity. And this is separate from what we're expecting later on tonight. So this activity will bring a little more cloud cover our way throughout the day, maybe a spot shower or two. You can see very isolated in nature until we're talking after 7, 8 o'clock. Look at that, a large cluster of storms, and at this point expected to be their strongest as they first move into southwestern Nebraska, generally weakening as they move east throughout the late night hours of tonight and into early morning Saturday. The latest on this, I think the timing's still around 11 midnight for central Nebraska, but this model kind of keeping storms later and not getting to Lincoln and eastern Nebraska until about 2, 3, maybe even 4 o'clock in the morning. Some of these in southeast Nebraska still could have a storm or two strong enough to warrant a couple severe warnings, so we'll of course be watching for that before this kicks out by about 7 a.m. So the severe risk hasn't changed all that much from the last day or so. Slight level 2 out of 5 risk for much of southwestern Nebraska, largely thinking the primary threat will be some damaging winds that could exceed 75 miles an hour at times. Can't rule out a brief tornado, and as well as the large hail threat mainly to the west of North Platte. Then talking about the rest of Saturday, we do have that activity kicking on out to the east, so we should get a break for a window of time. Kind of a question as to how long that window may be, though, as some scattered storms then redevelop across eastern Nebraska, maybe in the morning after about 7, 8 o'clock, and then again by the early afternoon. Some of this activity, if we see many rounds, may weaken some of the later afternoon round, but something we'll be watching for as there is now a slight level 2 out of 5 risk across eastern Nebraska, mainly for those storms expected to redevelop by the later afternoon and evening hours. But this looks to be more of a conditional threat. As you can imagine, day after day when we talk about severe weather back to back, one round will definitely influence the other. So we'll be watching for possibly a brief tornado, especially north of Lincoln, and then large hail and damaging wind gusts, maybe up to 60 miles per hour, and large hail around a quarter size, an inch in diameter, something like that throughout the early portions of this weekend. Then we kind of clear out for Sunday, but that means warmer temperatures warming up into the upper 90s. That could be our warmest day of the year for Father's Day. Probably not the thing you want to hear when you're talking about, Andrew's like, am I being targeted right now? I'm not trying to target you, but it looks like that could be some poor timing for any Father's Day.
I remember
activities.
Beautiful weather for Mother's Day, Jessica.
I know. Sorry.
I'm just going to be trying to flip my burgers with sweating bullets out there.
You will. You maybe get one of those. There's headband things to cool you off too. Provide some ice up there.
I'm definitely going to be cool.
Something
That's
like
for sure. All right, thank you, Jessica.